Hello, Gali.
Okay. Hello, hello. We're live again.
Yes, we are live again. How are you doing? How are everyone doing?
Live stream we're doing today is all about the subject of friendship and basically taking friendships and seeing the connection between friendships, your income, clients, etc. It's going to be interesting. I know we have a shorter time schedule today, so I hope everyone can tune in. It'll be shorter, but it's going to be very interesting and powerful, of course. So, yeah, I think we should dive into the subject of friendships and what is the connection to income.
Okay, so I think that the first thing to understand about friendship that it's a type of relationship that's powered by love. So we need to understand what is a relationship, and we need to understand what is love. And when you understand the two, you'll see that any relationship should become a friendship.
Yes.
Because if not, so anything in life is either go up or go down. So if a relationship don't improve into a friendship, it's deteriorate into enemies.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
first of all, what is friendship? Friendship is a relationship that the interchange between the two parties is so clean, is so pure, that they have this kind of, they want to touch each other together. Like they want to get closer and closer and closer and closer. There's a mechanic that called gauge blocks. And I want to show you a very, very short video about what is gauge blocks, because then we will use that throughout to explain what is a friendship, to explain what is a relationship, etc. Okay, so let me just play this video. It's 1 minute or something like that. Here we go.
Awesome.
These are two pieces of metal. They aren't magnetic and they don't have any adhesives of any kind on them. The surfaces are smooth and they don't have any noticeable grooves. I can touch them together and they don't stick. However, if I slide them together like this, they stick together like super magnets. They are clearly stuck together and I can't even pull them apart. If I twist them apart, they'll go back to being separate pieces of non-magnetic metal. What's happening? Well, these are actually gauge blocks, which are blocks of smooth metal that are precisely manufactured to be certain lengths so machinists can calibrate their machines and measurement tools. The extremely smooth surfaces are why they stick together. Properly run gauge blocks can hold 75 foot-pounds of force before coming apart, and this actually is useful so machinists can combine gauge blocks of different lengths to essentially make more gauge blocks of many more lengths than they already have. They generally use the biggest ones they have so they can achieve the desired length without the small tolerances adding up.
Okay,
good. So we got the idea of the gauge blocks essentially, which is totally a pure connection, and that's the only way that they can stick.
Yeah. So relationship is two people that come together that has nothing that dirty, that not dirt in between them. Now, what kind of dirts do you can have? You can have someone talking badly about you and you don't know about it. It will be dirt in the other person's mind. So if someone tells me something bad about you, it will be dirt about you in my mind. So we will not adhere. It can be something that I'm hiding from you or you hiding from me. And it will be all kinds of mental blocks that one of the sides have. Okay, so that's dirt. When all the dirt went away, what you have is love. Love is the urge to be together for no reason at all, and love can be maintained only as long as there is no dirt. Okay, the moment that there is dirt, you will not love each other. The only reason people don't love each other is because they have dirt. It can be mental dirt, it can be physical dirt, someone tell them something. It is something that is not pure. Okay, so that's the first thing to understand, that friendship is a relationship powered by love.
Okay.
It's relationship powered by love. It's relationship powered by pureness.
I like that.
The moment that you take the pureness away, what you get is a broken relationship, is a bad friendship. And anything that is not friendship, is a deteriorated friendship or a bad friendship, and eventually it will lead to an enemy.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, good.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I got it. So you have the idea that you have any relationship and you need to figure out how to infuse love into it, meaning infuse this pureness into it, and that will bring it to be a friendship.
Exactly. So the key here is that if the relationship are pure, if there's no dirt in the middle, people will stick together with no glue. Otherwise, what you have is you need glue. And this is where you have a business kind of relationship. If I love you because, then it's a business kind of relationship. And then as long as that reason exists, I'm with you. As long as you're beautiful, I will be your husband. As long as you're young, I will be your wife. As long as you're rich, I will be your husband. Or as long as you're rich, I will be your wife. So there's a business relationship. If there is a reason, it's not anymore pure.
Yes.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah, 100%. So I understand the idea of making it into a relationship that's more than just a relationship. It has love as the component. Now, how does that connect to the business world in reality? Because you meet people that you don't really care, you don't have that much in common always. Maybe I met this guy yesterday and he's like, look, I work in my office, and he was a lawyer here in the US. And he said, he was this guy with tattoos, and, they were on a boat, and he's that kind of a guy, but he's a lawyer. And he's like, everyone in my office are just these nerdy, like uptight people, and I just don't like them. I'm not, we're just two different people. So in the work environment, you run into clients or people that aren't always your friends. How do you create that friendship?
You clean yourself.
Yeah.
You clean yourself. If your hands are clean, if your mind is clean, it will be impossible for you not to love the other person, because when you don't see something beautiful with the other person, is because of you put it there. You find only what you put there. So if you will see that most people think that there is something there, there's light hits the thing and it come to me and then it tells me what to do. That's total effect. The truth is, I know, and then I put it there, and then I experience it.
Yes.
There's a story that it says that the Indian in America, when the Columbus arrived, they couldn't see the ships because they didn't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
If you don't know that there is an atom, you can look at the microscope and you will not see that it's an atom. You will see something else, but you will not understand that there is an atom.
Yeah.
Not that
totally.
you can see an atom in a microscope, but that's a different. Yeah, you need electronic microscope, but fine.
Yeah.
But you know,
so it's what you put there.
And then you have to have the idea first, because the general law is that all facts used to be ideas. So facts are deteriorated ideas. So you need to have first the idea, which is a spiritual thing, and then there is a fact. So what do I see in someone? What I put there. If I see a lady and she's amazing, unbelievable, and the next morning I wake up and I say, what's this gorilla is doing in my bed? She did not change. My view on her changed.
Yeah.
You see the point?
Yeah, for sure. I see. So the person has to have their side clean in order for so that guy that had the tattoos and that liked boating but worked in this corporate environment and felt that they're all a bunch of nerds, if he changed his point of view and put something different there, he would have gotten a totally different relationship.
Of course. And if you don't have a friendship, you don't have success. Success is the result. Okay, success is the sum of all validated improvements, yes?
Right. Yeah.
So if I have a relationship that is not going towards friendship, so I don't have validated improvements, what I have is deterioration. So inevitably I will get a failure. You want to be successful, make each and every one of your clients your friend. You want to be successful. Make each and every one of your suppliers your friend. You want to be super successful. Make your children your friends. And behave to those people as you behave to a friend.
Yes.
And you need to understand what is a friend, because a friend is a person with unshakable certainty that you are perfect. And anything that you do is perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not you. That's a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Unshakable certainty that you are perfect. And the magic is, if I see perfection in you, I cannot get bad, because I have to be right. So I will get only good from you. And if I see bad in you, since I cannot be wrong, I will get only bad.
I see. And I agree. And I fully, that principle works, and I know it from practice. And then I also sometimes speak to people, though, and it's almost like a principle that's hard to wrap their head around for them, because, and I understand it, but I'm curious how you would explain it, because you tell them, look, treat your clients as you would your friends. That they kind of understand. Okay, I would be loyal to my friend. I would, check in on my friend. I can do that with my clients, sure. But also, my friends come over to my house, for the holidays, and I'm not going to do that for my clients. So where's the line? I mean, if let's say you have 100 clients, you're going to invite them all. You know what I mean?
What's the problem? Do you have a shortage of houses? You have a shortage of houses because you are not friend with them. But if they're all friend with you, if you are a friend with your clients, you will see that there will be no problem. The problems start when you don't treat them as friends. And treat them as friends do not mean that you need to bring them to your house or not bring them to your house. It means that the viewpoint, he is a friend. I have an unshakable certainty that he's perfect. If he's not doing something perfect, I don't think, he's such a cheat or blah, blah, blah. No, if he's not doing, I know I need to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Not to blame him, because he's perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not him.
Yeah.
This is really the key. A friend can see the difference between the spirit, which is perfect, and see all the manifestation, all the actions that is not the spirit. It's the entities, it's the mind, all of that. And he can separate it.
Mm-hmm.
And an enemy find all the bad things. What an enemy do? An enemy, look, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. How can I attack you? How can I attack you? What an enemy do? An enemy go continuously sitting and cunning about where is your weakness? Where is your weakness? How can I attack you? A friend cunning all day long, where is your strength? How can I strengthen you?
I like that. That's a good differentiation.
Yeah, and you will see most people all day long look for what's wrong with you. They have this bizarre idea that the way to help is to punch.
Yes.
This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. No, you don't help by punching.
True. And especially these days, I mean, I see it so much that there's this crazy urge to find, the guy did something wrong. And that's the whole thing with like cancel culture and all that, is one thing wrong and I'm going to destroy you because of it.
Yeah. And the only reason it happened, if someone act like that, the only reason is because the actual person that canceling another person should have been canceled a long time ago. That's what he thinks about himself. He thinks that he's so bad. He is so bad. If someone will be responsible, you will see that the only fault that you find with other people is the faults that you hide in yourself.
Yes.
If you are really upset that someone steals from you, you've been stealing for a long time. Maybe you don't steal money, but you steal someone's time. Maybe you don't steal money, but you steal someone's salary. Maybe you don't steal money, but you steal someone's opinion. Maybe you steal somehow. Otherwise, you wouldn't find stealing so dangerous or bad. And it will never happen to you. If it seems that the environment can hit you, it is because you first hit the environment in that area.
Yeah.
It's not easy to take responsibility and to look at that and say, yes, it's like that. But I'm not talking about easy. I'm talking about what's practical and true and workable. What's workable? Something bad happened with someone. You see something bad happening with someone. Change yourself. and you will see that he will change. It is the biggest magic that the only way to change another person is to set up a good example.
Mm-hmm.
Not to succumb to invitation to cancel, not to succumb to invitation to find fault. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But if you do that, you will see that people around you change. It is unbelievable that any major change in this universe started because one person set up good example. Moses, Martin Luther King. One person set up a good example, and he said, it is possible. Jesus said, it is possible to love your neighbors. And the whole half of the world changed. One person.
Right.
In that case, it's a bit more than a person, but never mind. The Son of God. But
yes.
But it's still one person.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. No, I see that fully. So yeah, you need to start to the way you change people is by setting a good example yourself. You don't need to correct in them.
You cannot.
Okay.
You can correct machine. You can fix machine. People you don't fix. People fix themselves.
Yes.
How can you fix a nothingness? A person is a spirit. The spirit is a nothingness. How can I go? Where's the screw in the nothingness? There's no screws.
Yes. Yeah.
They may act screwed, but there's no screws.
Yeah, for sure. I see what you mean. I got you. Okay, so the only way is by finding the good and by just setting a good example.
Yeah, acknowledging the good, acknowledging every single minor improvement, acknowledging, and you have to set up a good example. You cannot tell to your son, don't do drugs while you're doing drugs.
Right.
You cannot tell to your daughter, don't lie while you lie to her right, left, and center. It doesn't work. You need to set up a good example. And most people underestimate their power. And they say, it's only me. You're only you. People look at you. And if you change, you'll see a whole universe change. I set up a good example in different areas to my students. And it's obviously affecting them, which affect their family, which affect their friends, which would affect further and further and further. And you remember this thing with the Hadar in this shop that
oh yes,
the closed cycle.
Yeah, close the cycle.
Yeah, so you can tell the story. It's a cute story.
Yeah, the story with that was my dad in general, he has a saying, close the cycle. And with his accent, close the cycle. And anyone that knows him knows that. Close the cycle, meaning get it done. And my sister, as a joke, was shopping in Target in the US with her friend. And she said to her friend as a joke, close the cycle. And a random woman from wherever came and said, sorry, I heard you saying that. Is that something you learned from Meir Ezra? Randomly, she heard close the cycle. And somehow that was she knew. She heard of that before.
So you don't underestimate how powerful you are.
Yeah.
One person setting up a good example, change a whole universe. The only problem is that you're so busy finding fault that you cannot even see the good effect you created.
Yeah.
But once you start, because most of the people think, oh, they probably think bad about me. They probably didn't like it. They probably. And when you go and you actually ask, you say, well, they actually like it. It actually was not so bad. It was actually good.
Yeah.
Because you're perfect. Because you're perfect. And if you stop finding faults, you will see everything will be amazing. Magic. And the magic gone only when you don't put it there.
In a nutshell, the subject was, how are friendships and your income interwoven? How are they tightly connected? Your friendships and your income go hand in hand. And of course, we spoke about it a lot, now. But if you had to kind of summarize it of like, here's how they're interwoven, what would you say?
Everything in this universe has a wavelength. Money is a wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened with the wavelengths is that the wavelength get connected to the same wavelength or harmonic of that wavelength. Harmonic of the wavelength is half of the wavelength, yes? But they only really connect when everything is harmonic, when the things are connected. So you've got one wavelength and it's sitting and it's exactly the same, okay? So when everything is in harmony, not harmonic, but everything is in harmony, which means you have the exact same wavelength, as opposed to harmonic, which is half the wavelength. So when everything is in harmony, when you touch the exact wavelength, what will happen automatically without doing anything, money comes to you. You will think you become a Jewish, but it's not. You hit the correct wavelength. Yes? So because the money has a wavelength, money has an emotion, what happened is just happened that money, when it's used for good purposes, has a very, very, very high frequency. And that frequency starts to manifest in the physical universe only once you go above a certain viewpoint, only once you start to become enthusiastic or more about things. And you cannot complain and be enthusiastic at the same time. You cannot see bad and be enthusiastic at the same time. You cannot be serious and heavy about things and be enthusiastic at the same time. The two do not match.
Yes.
So it seems like money, like anything else, have a tendency to flow towards people that demonstrate high frequencies, short wavelengths. And when your frequency is high, when your emotion are high, money simply come to you. Because when your frequency is high, when your wavelength is short, basically what you say, I'm helpful. What does it mean I'm helpful? I don't find fault. I find good. And when you say, I'm pro-survival, I'm helpful, I'm pro-survival, you will see that money will flow to you and you will not even know what to do with this stuff. There will be so much.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
So, and you do that by creating friendship, because only friendship bring about this harmony.
Right.
Only friendship bring about this harmony. And if you check any person that did the good deals or whatever, he did it with friends. Someone became his friend and helped him. I had a lot of friends that helped me when I made a lot of money. And if I stopped making money, it's because I didn't have as much friends. So the way to make money, the way to have money, you don't even need to make it. The way just to have it, it's just come to you, is you make friends and you have money. You don't make money. Because if you make money, you will just, you need to work very hard and the government makes money. You have money. You make friends. And the result of friendships is money. You have money. A lot. Endless amount of money. And this is like magic.
That is magic. I love that. And it's also, by the way, I think it's all kinds of income. So of course you'll have money, but just when you have good friends, you have all kinds of people invite you to do cool things. You have love, you have cool activities, experiences, all kinds of things flow to you based on your friendships.
Yeah.
So I can totally see it. And of course, money, I see it a lot of times with my friends that are successful know how to make people love them. And because they love the other person as well. Yep. So I totally see that.
Fault. If you see that the person start to be successful, and at one point something happened and he changed his viewpoint, someone convinced him that people are bad, and he will start to go down. Yeah. You take a child, you put a child in the middle of the street, yes? A 6 years old child, 5 years old child, you take a child in the middle of the street, all of a sudden people will come, give him money, food, take care of him, kisses, all the blondes will come and kiss him, everything will be amazing, unbelievable, yes?
Yeah.
Why? Because he doesn't see anything bad in the world. He's the only good. You tell him, let's go. You tell him, let's do, yes. Let's jump from the second floor. He jumped. Everything is beautiful. Everything for that child is beautiful. Until the moment that he decided the world is bad things just will happen to him. He will own the things around him. The moment that you convince him that the world is bad, that he needs to be careful, that everyone is his enemy, that's it. So people would say, yes, but you need to educate him to be careful. No, you need to educate him to love. And so he doesn't need to be careful. Who needs to be careful? Only the criminals, only those that hate, only those that have enemies. But if you love everyone, you don't have enemies.
Yeah, and people will just naturally help you as opposed to be against you. Yeah. So yes, I agree. This was super powerful, super simple. And I think that it's something that you can take away right now is invest in your friendships.
Yeah.
And
if you take that thing and you will really study, just if I was going just I was looking at the fundamentals, and if I would take this making a night, the fundamental is built from different modules, yes, and one of them is called making a night. And you make a night by learning how you can befriend to all the parts of this universe. Everything that composes, the more parts of this universe you are friend to, the more of a knight you become, and everyone will bow to you. Everyone. You just, wherever you go, the universe, people, everyone bow to you. They want to help you. They're dying to help you. And how do they help you? Income. They give you admiration, they give you love, they give you money, they give you anything that you want.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you're a friend to them.
Fundamentals have 10 parts. Think of them as it's one massive seminar broken into 10 parts. And one of them is called making a knight with a K, like in the medieval days, a knight. And you learn how to become a knight in your life, a knight in your business, a knight as an employee or as an owner. And a lot of it is based around friendships and relationships, but how to become an actual knight, somebody that was revered. We called it a knight because he was revered and was the most important to the kingdom, protected and brought all kinds of good and was very honored. So how do you become a knight? That was that part of the fundamentals.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Amazing. This was great. And it was actually a great amount of time, very punchy, like something you can use. And I loved some of those viewpoints.
I have all the viewpoints.
I loved all the viewpoints, not just some. Yeah, all the viewpoints were beautiful.
Yeah.
And thank you guys. And we'll have another one in about a week where you'll see, but we'll have another one as well.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.